Okay, it's Peter here. So let me tell you about Niche Reaper 3. So it's a bit crazy that he hasn't got an actual product walkthrough on the stupid sales letter. So I thought I'd better do one for you because it's all very exciting, but you've got no idea what on earth it is. So basically, Niche Reaper 3. So it's incarnation 3 of Niche Reaper. It's been going for a long while now. It's basically a keyword research tool, but it's a niche research tool. Um, and it's always used to being on a continuity on a subscription of about $67 or so a month, um, and just for these next couple of days, he's doing a one-time um, uh, fee, but it's not even at a silly price. It's not even in the hundreds. It's like under $50 one time instead of $67 a month continuity. So it's crazy. Okay. It's only for a couple of days, so you know if you want to do it, now is the time. Um, so let me just tell you why you might want to do it. So you probably might think you're okay for niches. You don't need more niches, and the last thing in the world you want to do is start more niches. And I'd be inclined to agree with you. But it's also about the data that this tool gives us in the niches you're already in. But the other thing is that the niches this comes up with are fairly well qualified, um, in terms of commerciality and viability and that kind of stuff. So when you first do it, it loads about 50,000 or something keywords that it's analysed, and it updates it every whatever it is minutes. So I've frozen it at the moment because I put a filter on. So obviously you get thousands and thousands, 50,000 keywords to go through, and you can filter it down by a particular keyword or something like that. So that's useful. But obviously I'm going to try and go into it from sort of a blind situation of are there any niches that are worth looking at in the first instance. So there's all these criteria at the top that you just get to when you do load filters, and so I've picked one that's less than 55 difficulty, that there is a .com available for it, if you want to do keyword rich domains. I haven't bothered checking if there's a Facebook vanity URL for it, but I can do that as well. And I've picked a traffic value over $500, because if it's not worth over $500 a month in traffic, then maybe it's not worth me doing. I also want a sort of an AdSense value of a particular thing. In fact, I got that wrong because I thought it was the CPC value. So I would have done a CPC value over 50 cents, but in this case I've done it over $1. But that's actually naturally selected the AdSense value. So I haven't looked up what he means by AdSense value. I think it's probably if you were number one in the result, what you would earn from it or something like that. I think that's what it is, but I need to look it up with the help. I haven't checked the help. Anyway, we've got commercial intent, which is always a bit vague. I think it comes from Bing. Not always spot on, but it's better than nothing. And it even shows you the trend and everything. I've had to shrunk this for the video, but it's much easier if you can make the screen a bit bigger. I can't remember what that column is without looking, but anyway, it's something. Number of words, I think it is. Yeah, number of words in the thing. So not particularly useful. But if you want a very short phrase or a very long phrase, you can, longer tail keywords, then you can put that in. So, I've put in some fairly strict criteria, except for that mistake there, which I thought was the CPC. Even then, we've still got 270 results. So I've still got 2 pages of results. So you can see the kind of results it comes up with. Some of them are pretty vague, kind of expressions, or very consumer expressions, or celebrity-based expressions, because it is actually searching all these places. It's looking at Amazon, Google News, on Bing, and the others that I can't remember. We'll see them in a minute. So it's finding words that come up in popular content or current content, and then it's checking those phrases to see if there is actually any commerciality behind them. Like do they actually have paid search behind them? Do they have a certain number of searches per month for those kind of things and that sort of stuff? But obviously Google will kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Google will kind of generalize and kind of if you put in one word, it will try and find the closest that he thinks you meant. So there might be some kind of corruption in that in that basis. But anyway, but we can see I'm searching 250 results on on each page, and anyway, and so let's just go to the top. Where are we? Oh, is that the top? Hang on. Yeah, that's the top. So some of them are local, so that's good if you want to do any offline or local marketing. But we can see the kind of things that people are looking for. So RV sales near me. Now that's not particularly a domain name that you might want as a keyword-rich domain, but the intent of those searches are very clean, very clear. So they're obviously looking to buy an RV vehicle in their location, and obviously if you do it as a Google search, near me would mean something. But we can see that I need to bring that out a bit. I can bring it out of that. We can see that it's getting 2,400 searches per month just for that one phrase, and it's obviously very local based. So there's lots of ways you could build that out to be locally relevant. And you can see that they think that people are, have a commercial intent when they're searching that, because obviously they're looking for, RV sales, so they're looking to buy the thing. Okay, we can see that there's quite a lot of intent there because they've got $1.49 per click PPC bid price. And if you're doing a made for I can't even say that now, a made for AdSense site, then it might be worth $658 to you if you get the top slot for it. Obviously near me is a bit vague, but anyway. But what's relevant for me or important to me is that it's the intent of the niche here. So obviously that's very much about people who want to RV vehicles, and what are they doing with those RV vehicles, what's their lifestyle, what are they trying to do, what else might they buy, all that kind of stuff. And it's pretty difficult with these things all in the way, but let's bring that out a little bit. So we can see that that's the thing, that we can research that more and do stuff. AccuView is obviously in the limelight here. Several keywords together for that, and let's take a look at that's page 2, that's why. And let's have a look at page 1. That's why the scroll bar wasn't what I was expecting. Okay, so page 1, child adoption, obviously very obvious intent there. Obviously something people are searching for. All the data's there. You can see it's slightly seasonal. You can see what it'd be worth if you owned that slot. You can see that people are paying quite an awful lot of money, $9.60 per click for an advert. So it'd be worth having content for that to sell advertising space to. And again, it's the intent of that. Again, not necessarily that you want a keyword-rich domain of that particularly, but nonetheless there is one available. The reason I'd put that in is because if the .com's available, it means that the masses, the people who think that keyword-rich domains are the way to go, haven't contaminated this niche yet. So for me, it's a good sign that it's available. Not so much that I want to buy that domain name. I'd rather have something a bit more generic, but it shows that people aren't kind of contaminating it. And the other thing is what happens after child adoption. Well, obviously they become parents. So there's your niche in there. There's probably lots of ways to do the adoption. There's certainly information and stuff, and there's probably things that you can partner up with. And again, they're basically very soon going to be have children. So all the things that you could sell to children, to parents of children, are going to be available. Okay, Hondas. So that's obviously people are looking for those. Lots of those words available. Let's see. Free pictures to use. So obviously they're looking for pictures to use for something. Um, let's see. Uh, okay, maybe not a lot. Not very rich dealership in that one, so that's not very good. A doggy daycare near me. Okay, and again, that's another one. So obviously they're a dog owner, a pet owner. What's the niche? Well, they own a pet. Okay, again, if you could, dominate that keyword, it could be worth $942 to your month. You can see people are bidding $3.94 for it per click. It's getting quite a lot of traffic, 1,300 searches per month, just for that one term. Again, that could be something, that you look at. Anyway, and I can see lots of niches in here: Chevys, landlines, uh, tarot cards, and then obviously there's a CPI offer for that to sell the mystic reading things, which is worth quite a lot of money. So that would be a good one. If there was a bookmark thing, I'd bookmark that one. So I'll have to watch my own video to remember to come back to that. I don't even know what Saucony is, but that's, there we are. Let's take us to anything. Cars, lots of cars are featuring here. Okay, obviously some sort of just, social issue niches which we don't necessarily want to go into. Where to buy pallets? I mean, who would have thought that pallets was, a thing? But 1,600 searches a month, which is incredible. People bidding $2.01 for it, just for pallets. Where to buy pallets? Obviously, it's a buyer keyword, because they're looking to buy the thing. If you owned that keyword, $582 a month, or whatever. I must look up what that word means. But anyway, real estate license in WA. So obviously realtors. If you've got anything to do with realtors, there you go. There's a keyword to do. Now this is an example of where the niche might not be the niche to go for, but it might be a thing that inspires content marketing for you. So how to get a real estate license, and you could aim it to people in WA, and then get them to your real estate, existing real estate niche, or if you haven't got one, maybe you start one. Cost of a tummy tuck. Very obvious what they're looking for. Obviously they're probably overweight. There could be diet things in there. It's a keyword which apparently is, under attentionized. It could be worth $2,751. It actually gets 2,400 searches a month, and people are bidding $6.23 per click on it. So they obviously see the value of it. It's obviously a very high intent buyer keyword because it's cost of. Okay, it's not how to do a free tummy tuck at home, or, or how to do how to avoid a tummy tuck ebook or something like that. It's obviously, you're actually looking at surgery. Condos. Okay, there we go. Dental clinic near me. I'm surprised that's available. That actually might even be quite a good .com. Who knows? But worth $2,524 in traffic if you could get that. If you owned the top slot for AdSense, $146 a month for you, just for that one word. And I don't know why it appears twice and with different results. Clinic and clinics. Okay, so apparently there is a difference in plural there. In my experience, clinics would do as much as clinic because it's got the word in it, and it's probably better. Actually, the other one's better in English, but I'd probably go for clinics. Anyway, whatever you want to pick. But they're very close, and you might get both. Who knows? Honda, that's come up again. Be good to sort these. So you can export this list and then put it into CS3 and do what you like with it. I don't think you can sort with the filter on. Maybe you can. I only got it today. Toyotas, apartments, pens. No, people are just typing in pens.com instead of going to pens.com. So obviously people are buying pens. That's what that tells me. And people are, obviously pens.com are probably willing to pay $1.79 for it because they don't want it to go anywhere else. But if you own that niche, that's not probably worth going for. But anyway, but people are obviously buying pens, and they don't know the difference between, the search bar and the URL bar. Anyway, but it means they buy pens, and from that particular place. So yeah, there we go. So, story for pods.com. I don't know what they sell. Pet owners here. Okay, but animal clinics rather than dog clinic or dog vet or anything like that. Obviously, these are the keywords, opportunities here, and so on and so forth. Right? I don't know why people are still looking for Christmas cruises. Presumably that's seasonal. I haven't got my little thing there. And here's an interesting one: holistic select dog food. So dog food, obviously they're pet owner. It's holistic dog food, so they're obviously into holistic stuff as well. Maybe Holistic Select is a brand name, I don't know. But again, it's showing me intent there. Again, not necessarily the keyword, the domain name that I'd want to own as a keyword-rich domain name, but again, I'd picked it to show that it hadn't been contaminated with the masses. Okay, and that was page 1, and then this was page 2. Now this was at that particular instant when I froze the search and I filtered it down with my criteria. So you could use stronger criteria, less criteria, whatever you want. What was the one I was gonna? Do. Maybe it's on page 2. Hang on. Page 1. I mean. What was the one I picked? So I've just forgotten which one. Oh yeah, doggy daycare. Yeah, that's could pick that. No, I'm going to stick with what I was going to stick to originally. So, which was that on page 2? So the chocolate covered strawberry delivery. Okay, so obviously they want home delivery of chocolate covered strawberries. You wouldn't think that would be a thing. Popular, 2,900 searches per month. It's pretty crazy. People bidding £2.19. Obviously, it's delivery, so it's got a high commercial intent because people are expecting to do it. There's $1,100 of traffic value there. Not a great made for AdSense word, but nonetheless, some money potentially in there. And so, you'd be thinking, so we've already seen some great niches. I'll kind of come back to this and show you the way it updates and stuff in a minute. But you're obviously thinking, well, if I do this niche, then that's great. But then I've got all the problem of, what content to put on it. Well, the great thing is OTO 1 is Content Reaper. Oh, and now you can find the content that you need for the niche that you've just found. So, I'm just going to put in. If I'm spelling it right, there we are. Chocolate covered strawberries. Now, I don't think this is probably going to come up with anything because it's very, very specific. And this is also hot trending topics. Okay, so there's a lot of action on this on Facebook and so on and whatever other place it will be, and it's actually picked up the chocolate word rather than the strawberries. But eating chocolate for breakfast, you could certainly tie that in. So there's a great bit of content marketing. If you get them content marketing with curation to read this article, which you curate, then obviously if you have an advert next to it for chocolate covered strawberries, probably work quite well. Okay, we could see what's going on with Facebook. You can apparently share it directly on Facebook. I haven't played with it, so I don't know how what it does on that thing, but there we go. Another article there about drinking hot chocolate. Okay, so that didn't do an awful lot for us for strawberries. So, sorry, for chocolate covered strawberries. So let's just pick strawberries. So I'm actually amazed there's anything for strawberries, but there we are. Apparently there is. So again, very popular on Facebook. Here's an article immediately you could create. And that one's not so popular, but it's the same article. Not a very happy topic either, but anyway, This is quite good though, not very popular, but it's a good bit of content. And it's got a health thing in it, so that would probably interest people who like strawberries. Um, and another one for space theme there, so that's quite an interesting article. Um, can we save the strawberry? Well, that's an interesting, very interesting content marketing headline. Anyway, so we're immediately finding you know